Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Entity Experiment. My name is Venus Castleberg, and this is a channel completely dedicated to experimenting with entities, at least in this 10 seconds. So I'm happy you could be here. And today I wanted to talk about receiving from entities. So let's just go back to a little bit of the basics. If you've watched the past videos, I did go into like what is an entity and different types of entities and stuff like that. I'm sure we'll talk more about that. But just for now, if you look at the basic entities, so the basic entities would probably be ghosts, your spiritual guides, your spiritual team, earth fairies and earth spirits. There are earth spirits. There are light beings. So those are the general ones. There's a ton more. But for the most part, all entities want one of three things. If it's a ghost entity or even maybe a demon entity, it probably wants to be cleared. And then the other way is like, let's say your team and stuff like that would often like to communicate with you, right? And entities, to a large degree, actually desire to contribute to you. They actually want to gift you. However, well, one, a lot of us, we just don't, pay attention to them, but we also don't ask them if they want to do one of these three things. If Talk to the Entities, Shannon O'Hara founded it, and Access Consciousness goes into this a lot more. The foundation class, there's a beginning entities class, and goes into the three things that they desire. At the same time, I know from my own personal experience that the entities that desire to contribute to you, it's about the fact that we often aren't willing to receive. So let's say you have a discomfort with even me talking about entities. Like suddenly you're like getting nervous and, anxiety seems to be bubbling up. If you feel like you have any of those feelings, or you're just generally uncomfortable, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. I'm going to assume some of you said yes. And then what I just said, like, if you're, so the clearing statement, if you're new, go to theclearingstatement.com. You can learn all about it. Dr. Dane talks about it. So you're willing to now say, okay, especially if you've been watching my videos a little. Yep. And if you like, give a thumbs up, share it, subscribe. Joseph's got little ghosts. That's awesome. So now we have like a little bit more understanding of different types of entities, and that some of them would like contribute to you having problem. So what I was starting to say, and I got a little sidetracked, squirrel, is that if you have a fear of entities, then do you think with your fear of entities you would be open to receiving from them? Or might you resist it because you have fear? And I'll emphasize this again, if you're saying you're afraid of entities, fear is usually just a lack of information. If you are wanting to learn to ski, you might be afraid of skiing until you have the information about how to ski, right? So this is the same thing. It's just a lack of information if you think you're experiencing fear in any way. So if you are experiencing fear, we can destroy and uncreate that, like we did before, the clearing statement, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. An abbreviation to the abbreviation of that is POC, POD. So let's start, because I know we've already started, but Ah, if we would just lower our walls and barriers, take the deepest barriers down, even the ones we don't know about, push them down, pull them down, shove them down, way down. Awesome. Cool. Now, let's do a little experimentation. You can do it with your eyes open if you want, but you're just going to be looking at me. So maybe close your eyes. If you're driving, please don't close your eyes. We're just going to do a little exercise on receiving from entities today. So find a comfortable seat. And since your body is an entity, and even the chair is an entity, we can get into that more another day. But like for now, ask your body and your chair to make your seat more comfortable. What if receiving was like that? It's just an ask and a willingness to allow it to contribute to you. So your seat, your chair and your seat, did it change? Did it contribute to you? Are you willing to receive from other entities that way? And anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, pot, all nine shorts, boys and me. Awesome. So now let's imagine your team, your spiritual guides, the ones that have your back, the ones that are here to contribute to your life and living that you desire to create. And are you willing to now receive their contributions? It may be energy, it may be gifts, it may be tokens, it may be money. But whatever it is, without a point of view, would you just receive from them now? And whatever it is that they're gifting to you is just an energy. So allow that energy to come in and touch all the molecules of your body, all the cells, even the space between the molecules. And then allow that energy to also flow out the back of you. You don't need to contain it. There's no need for storage. There's an infinite amount of energy. And there's an infinite amount of energy that they desire to contribute to you. There is no limit. You're not just going to get this one-off time. And are you willing to receive more? And more? And more? Again, there is an infinite amount of energy in the universe. So this energy doesn't come from them. They aren't depleting their supply. They're pulling energy from the universe. And then they're gifting you with the overflow, with the abundance of energy, of money, of success, of whatever it is that you've been asking for, of better health, of more happiness and joy, greater relationships, greater partnerships, creationships. Are you willing to receive even more? And everywhere where you've put yourself in a box and limited how much you can receive, how much is appropriate to receive, what's the right way to receive, what's correct and good to receive, will you now destroy and uncreate all that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, pot, all nine shorts, boys and meals. What if there was no limit? It was infinite. Allow yourself to get filled up. Anywhere where you feel like you've been depleted, you've been not feeling well, maybe uncomfortable, like allow yourself to just get filled up with this energy, filled up. Allow it to pour through, out your back, and you can even begin to trickle that energy back to your team, your guides. But allowing that trickle back to them to come from your overflow, right? From all the places that you were depleted, now getting filled up, and you're gifting back with the overflow. Receive more, more, more. All the points of view you have about receiving, will you now destroy and uncreate them, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, butt, all nine shorts, boys, meons. And all the walls and barriers you've put up to receiving, will you now destroy and uncreate that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, butt, all nine shorts, boys, meons. Receive more, pull more, allow more to be gifted to you. Gifted to you. This is not a giving and receiving thing. Like you don't need to, just because you're receiving something right now does not mean you need to give back. Right? You can with the overflow, but you don't have to. So maybe this is for you just for fun. Maybe this is just about increasing your receiving. Turn the molecules of receiving on and up, please. Receive more. You don't owe anything for what's being gifted to you right now. That's the difference between gifting and giving. Giving implies giving and receiving that you have to be a part of. If you're gifting or being gifted to, there's no expectation of anything in return. So will you now turn the molecules of receiving on and up again? More. Receive more. All the places where doubt is sneaking in, where you say you don't deserve it, or you have some negative voice in your head that says that this isn't for you. It's not. You're not a good person. You're a bad person. You don't deserve this. Would you now revoke, can't return, reclaim, renounce, destroy, and uncreate all that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, pot, all nine shorts, boys, meons. There is nobody on the planet more deserving than you. Nobody. And deserve is not the right word, but it's like you are a gift, you are a miracle, you have so much to contribute to the world just by being you. So would you be willing to receive the admiration, receive the gratitude for you being you, receive the gifts, receive the energy, receive the money, and receive more and more, please. And anywhere where you feel those walls and barriers sneaking up, like, oh, that's too much, I can't receive more, push them down, destroy and uncreate them. You are an infinite being. There is an infinite amount of energy. There's an infinite amount of resources that's available to you, and you are infinite. So there is no limit to how much you can receive, or what's appropriate to receive, or what's right and good to receive. Are you willing now to receive all of it? And yeah, that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. That means that you're going to have awareness, greater awareness of things that are not great. But imagine how many more miracles might be. If you have a filter that says, I can only receive the good and the perfect and the right, then what about all those things that are undefinable, that are a miracle, that you couldn't even put into a category? And anything that doesn't allow you to receive more. Right, wrong, good, bad, black, pot, all nine, shorts, boys, and meals. The universe desires to pour everything and so much more, everything that you've asked for and so much more into you and your universe. Would you be willing to receive it now? To have it now? All the things that you've been asking for, perceive the energy of it now. The energy is available to you now. It's being gifted to you now. And then that becomes the magnet for it to come into your life sooner. However, are you really willing to receive it? Or have you asked for it believing that it's not possible for you? Anywhere where you have bought the lie that it is not possible for you, it may be for somebody else, but it is not for you. Will you please destroy and create that? Right, wrong, good, bad, black, pot, all night, short, boys, and meals. You may not believe it, but that money that you've been asking for is literally right there. All you have to do is reach out and receive it. You don't have to do anything for it. You do have to be living your life and in action, but it's not about how many hours you work that's going to get you that money. It's about being willing to be a vibrational match to the money. Anything that doesn't allow you to be a vibrational match to everything that you've been asking for right now, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, black, pot, all nine, shorts, boys, and meals. Anywhere in your world where it says, I can't, will you please destroy and uncreate that too? Right, wrong, good, bad, black, pot, all nine, shorts, boys, and meals. Receive more. You will not burst because you're not storing it. You're not trying to fit it all in your body. It won't work out very well because the universe desires to give you an infinite supply of everything. Where on earth would you ever store that if you weren't just being the infinite being you truly be? Allow yourself to be that now. Receive that now. Receive more. Receive more. This is everything that all the light beings, all of your team, the universe desires to gift you. The earth desires to gift you. The earth is gifting all of the time without any expectation of anything in return. The birds sing, the butterflies flap their wings, the flowers bloom. But not because you're doing anything other than just being. Your recognition of those beautiful things is a gift to the earth itself. If you cannot see it, take a moment and pause. What do you see? What can you perceive? Can you receive even more from the earth? I love the earthquakes we've been getting lately, the aftershocks. It just reminds me the earth is alive and she's saying hello. Can you receive that too? Without a point of view. Receive the beauty, receive the magic, receive the miracles, receive the gifts that are beyond your comprehension. They are gifts that you can't even imagine, that you've never even imagined before, or put words to, or seen before. That's the magic. That's the miraculous. That's the possibilities, the infinite possibilities that are available to us all. If we just were willing to receive more, receive it all. And anything that doesn't allow that, we just try and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, black, put on, nine, shorts, boys, and beyond. And perhaps in some way you'd like to express your gratitude to the light beings, to your team, to the earth, to the universe. Thank you. Thank you for all the gifts you give me every day. In the smile of a child, in the question of a friend, in the beauty of the earth, in the way that the birds sing and the rainbows light up the sky. That each snowflake is so unique. There's never been one before. In each being, it is so unique. You are so unique. There has never been one like you before. Would you be willing to receive the gift that you are? Not based on what you do or what you say or how much you give back, but by you being you. You light up the world with every single step you take. You bring possibilities and magic and miracles to every room you enter. You don't have to do anything to be that. You already are that. Can you receive that now too, please? Anything doesn't allow it. Deepest barriers down. Right, wrong, good, bad, black, pot, all night, shorts, boys, and meals. I don't care what you've done or where you've come. You are still a miracle walking. I don't care if you were unkind or mean or had a bad day. You are still a miracle. Would you be willing to receive that now, please? More. Receive that more. Receive that more. Let every molecule, every fiber of your being, whether it's your body or your energetic body. Let every fiber of your being get the memo that you are a miracle walking, that you are magic, that you are a gift. And anything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that with total ease, you destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, black, pot, all nine shorts, boy, the meal. The floodgates are open. The only thing keeping you from having everything that you've desired and asked for is the amount that you keep trying to turn it down. Slow it down. Keep it at bay. So would you be willing to turn it on full blast? Now. You won't get washed away. You will merely be the rock in the stream. And all of this beautiful energy will flow around you and fill you up and flow over you. And my only wish for you is if today you cannot see the magic and miracle that you truly be, that one day in the not so distant future, you wake up with that knowledge, with that awareness that you are a miracle. If you had your eyes closed, you can slowly bring yourself back. We just went to another dimension. So maybe say hello to your body. You are a gift. You are magic. You are a miracle. Thank you so much for being here and receiving from entities today. And maybe a little bit more. Adore you. Have a great day.